All right, so now what I'm doing right now, by the way, I'm switching over to D&D, because every Saturday at 8 o'clock, it's D&D night. One. Oh yeah, they're all in here. Okay, so we're doing Dungeons and Dragons this Saturday, and I'm joining my friends Mikaveli, Ellusions, Vostik, and Anoetic.
Everybody, welcome Illusions. Your Durgum mustard. Whatever.
Yeah, there you go.
Hell yeah.
If you know,
Kidding.
You guys want some Halo themes? We can throw some Halo themes.
No.
There's actually a couple that would actually fit with D&D. Silent Cartographer would
We're
work.
in fantasy times. I need Chopin.
It is fantasy.
Halo is sci-fi, good sir. Get your genres right.
Halo happened IRL. The government covered it up.
Get this guy out of here.
The government covered it up.
Yeah, I forgot. My governor's Master Chief. Does Devil Sight work in a place that people can't see?
They devil sighted my rectal cavity yesterday.
This dude's done nothing but bragged about somebody roto-rooter in his guts.
Bro, look, I survived a finger width, like 6 foot long pole tentacle creature.
So did your mother.
True.
Listen, and
He just accepts it.
I got born somehow.
Cool.
All right, let's get this show on the road, ladies and gents.
Hell
I'd
yeah.
love to talk about peepees and buttholes.
Yeah, we got 4 hours of great fantasy times ahead of
Let's
us.
talk about peepees and buttholes in game.
In game, yeah.
So you guys are staying in Stillben, which is a coastal harbor town off the Lucidian coast. It's a shady city built around the Bay of Catal, which is just a giant bay. It's kind of actually just to the north of it. There's an ever-present sound of insects and buzzing and distant bird calls that mingle throughout the day, with a constant din of creaking wood, grumbling noises, and your classic beasts of burden carrying cargo from the docks to the trade lines. Money flows here primarily through strong textile trade. There's a loosely kept set of laws that can definitely be purchased or swayed. The social atmosphere is fairly relaxed, and the nightlife is fairly lively, and there's enough work to go around, as you guys have experienced, a lot of mercenary work, and you guys decided to capitalize on that. So you took up your first job posting on a bounty board to handle some bandits. I believe almost losing one of the party members, which caused Joltock to go into a frenzied rage, murdering, with the assistance of his allies, murdering the rest of the bandits and claiming a trophy for himself. And you guys camp for the night and are now making your way back to Stillben to reap the rewards of said bounty.
I have a ring of ears around my neck.
Yes, it's if you I don't know if can you guys see it or see me pinging on the map?
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yep.
Yeah, I was looking on the left side.
That's where she's at. That's the lovely town you guys are at.
Nice.
Amber Thrawn. So that's Vostik. That's Vostik's character name for the uninitiated. Amber and Joltock, as well as Jeff. You guys all arrive back to town. It's about midday. You guys are still fairly well rested from the travel and from the night's rest. You guys return to the town square where you guys picked up the job board, and so when you guys picked up the actual job itself, generally speaking, there's no real sort of like collector of bounty. You guys were still unclear of where exactly to kind of turn in the bounty. So you guys are left at the center of town with your trophy in hand, and now need to go about your day. How do you guys want to?
Actually, the trophy's around my neck.
All right, Deckard, can relax.
Oh, what's Vostik's character? Amber Thrawn. Okay.
Ambert. His name is Ambert.
Amber. Oh
Or-
shit. I'm sorry.
Ambert, yeah.
So, Amber Thrawn, I believe we were supposed to turn this in with the guards. And I
Okay.
jingle my well, I can't jingle it. The wet dead ears
Aw.
kind of make a meaty slap as I shake my necklace of ears.
The necklace of yeah, we were supposed to turn it in at the guard post on the way out of the gates. What time is it? What time of the day is it?
I'd say it's about midday. It's probably like noon or just shortly thereafter.
Yeah, well, we could get the group together and head over there and collect our reward, and also make sure that our blood vial is returned or destroyed.
Don't worry about that. You're good.
Okay, so yeah, you guys make your way to the gate, and you return to the guards post, familiar from where you guys left prior. You approach one of the guards.
Yep, day one.
One of the guards that was on that's
They can't hear
currently
me
on
when
duty
I mute.
recognizes you guys from the day prior that you guys left, and says, "Oh, back so soon." It's like, was any trouble along the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle. I want to take the necklace off. And I want to put it around his, I want to put it on his head.
You're gonna put it on his head?
Yeah, like because actually I guess it would fall to his shoulders. Unless he has a helmet, then I want to put it on like a crown.
Yeah, he's got a helmet on. Okay.
Yeah. And I say, here's the proof that we killed him.
Okay. So you reach over and you place it on his head. He like kind of like just looks at you, and then as you place it on his head, he's like, whoa, 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 and like stops your arm. And then he realizes what you're dangling above his head, and he's like, oh, wow, okay. And you can kind of see his stomach's turning. He's like, excuse me. And then he kind of steps off the side and is like, I'll deal with this. Oh,
Have you never seen ears before?
He's got a weak stomach. He apparently drank too much last night, which is not good. And he like looks at Jerry. He's like, he's like throwing up on the floor.
I can
He's
do
like-
some vomit vocals if you need me to.
No, please
go
don't.
for it, dude. Yeah.
That's
He looks kind of like a squire almost. Like he looks like he's like being like trained or groomed for a position. He's like, fetch me the ledger. He's like, right away, sir. And he comes back with this little dangly book, and he flips to the pages and he says, here we go. Bandits of, and he kind of squints a little bit. He's like, what does this say? And they both kind of look at it and they're like, bandits of members of the cult of Syria. Okay, and there were 1, 2, 3, and he starts doing the math. He's counting the ears on the ring of on the ring. He's like, okay, right. That seems to satisfy. And the promised reward was 100 gold pieces. And he reaches into his pocket, or he has like kind of like a satchel to his side. Reaches in and pulls out a small little coinage bag and hands it to. He's like, and he extends it to you. He's like, I don't know which one of you I'm supposed to give this to, but here's your reward.
100 per, right?
No, it was 100 for the job.
I take it, but we're both holding it, and I look to Vostik to see if to Ambert to see his opinion on this.
According to these ledgers here, this 6 bandits are members of this cult. 100 gold pieces for the delivery, or for the elimination or delivery of said group. I just run the show here. I don't make the rules.
Can I attempt an intimidation and
no.
and say, I believe that there's an error and that it should say 100 per, while stepping in closer? I try to tower over him as much as possible and look down on him.
Okay. He says, how many of you are there? 3. He's like,
9.
He says, I can do 75 each.
Throw in a free round of ale for all of us, and we'll call it even.
Fine. Speak to George down at the barkeep. He's there every night. Mention the name Gregory and tell him that I owe you 3, you fine gentlemen, 3 pints.
It's a pleasure doing business with you. And I take all the gold.
Okay.
And
so
distribute
you
it.
have-
I don't hog it to my, I hand it out.
Yeah. Okay. So you exchange the goods. He takes the ring of human ears from you, hands it to his he hands it to his squire, who's kind of he's got like, as he's handing it to him, he slips on like a glove and like kind of like just with his index finger and his thumb like gently grabs it and starts walking away with it. And you see the other guard who has just finished throwing up. He comes back. He's like, "Oh, my apologies." He's like, "I drank too much last night." He's like, "Shut up." He's like, "All right, well, we've got some business to attend to here. Thanks again for your help. Clearly, you're well versed in this kind of work. So, just keep an eye on the bounty board, and yeah, you'll be right as rain."
I'm gonna nod and just gather with the group.
By the way, I just typed on Jeff's Discord thing plus 75 gold, so
Yep.
Okay.
I figured he's getting his share. Just leave that there.
Who's Jeff again?
Yeah, who's Jeff? I
Okay,
think.
yeah, nice try.
No, I'm dead serious. Like, who was Jeff again?
Fantasy World. That's solemn.
It's solemn.
That
yeah.
was your ranger friend
solemn.
that saved me.
That's what I was asking. Like, who was playing Jeff? I forgot.
Yeah, he's still there. Jeff is still with you guys.
He's an
So
NPC
still
now.
and as-
Guys, I've got business. Bye. All right, Jeff leaves.
Okay, perfect.
yeah, so as you guys are walking back into town, he mentions to you guys, says, "Well, I'm gonna go claim that pint. So yeah, I'll catch up with you guys later. I've got some stuff to do." And he
Sound-
kind of just
Sounds
walks
good.
off.
Don't tell anybody about last night.
He kind of just eyes you up and down. He's like, "Right." He just slowly walks away.
Oh wait, you don't know.
He knows.
Oh, okay,
I
okay.
do know.
Oh, okay. For anybody that doesn't know, I fell asleep with my
actually,
head in his
You
lap,
guys have
and he
been to the
caressed
tavern,
my
right?
nice
Yeah, you have
hair.
been to the tavern.
Because my character looks like this.
Um,
So he caressed my hair until I fell asleep.
go ahead. All of you make a perception check.
Perception.
All? You know what? For my sake, Mike, can you go ahead and roll that perception check?
I got you.
Dude, I'm
So, yeah.
perceptive.
Okay, so, Vostik, you actually notice that you're keeping an eye on him as Jeff's leaving, and he's not particularly going in the direction of the tavern. You see him kind of disappear around the corner, like of the market square, but he was not. It did not look like he was like going directly to the tavern. He did say he had other business to attend to, but he did say he was going to get a pint first. So that you found that kind of odd that he did not go straight to the bar.
Okay. Okay.
Fill me out with your smile, like the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame, I will let you